Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exciting episode of You've Already Peaked Gaming Podcast, featuring your host, Locarthemanbeast. That's right, baby. Touch yourself like daddy like it. Also featuring me, the LobsterDust. What is happening? What we doing? How we living?
Fucking take every day at a time, thank God I woke up this morning, you know what I mean? It's fucking
just another day above ground, brother.
I saw the sun shining, dude. I was gonna make it through it.
Fucking oof.
You're back to work, huh?
Yeah, a little bit here and there.
Okay, so that's not bad.
I've been a little bit. I'm like 5 days a month.
It's not bad.
Which is, I appreciate all the time that I have with my child in these formative early days.
Yeah.
5 days a month is like, I'm like fucking barely treading water. I'm like,
yeah, I was gonna.
It's just enough I could kind of keep up on bills. Like, thank God, like pregnancy, pay, whatever it's called, whatever
maternity.
Maternity pay or whatever.
Yeah.
Thank God that is tax free, and that she made a lot of money, because if it wasn't for that, we would be in a bad spot.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, at what point, like for the father, does that, like, how much? Because I know that, like, it's something like, what is it, 4 months of maternity pay for the mother? Is that what it is? Something like that. It's like
with maternity leave, with disability, with all of that, it comes out to like 4.5, 5 months,
something like that, right? But for men,
okay, that's just Sutter though. I don't think that's everywhere. I think that's just because Sutter has really good benefits.
I thought it was like government. It's like getting unemployment, basically.
Is it? I don't know. Men don't get that shit.
Yeah, so I mean, exactly. So
I'm lucky that I get like bonding time.
But
I'm real lucky for that.
Is it paid to the same thing, or was it just like you get to use all your fucking PTO, basically?
No, it's okay. So like the bonding time is like paid family leave. And if you work a certain amount at like a company, like you can't just like, I can't go work for a company and like get it like a month and a half later.
Right.
You have to have enough hours logged to qualify for it, and then it's paid family leave. And paid family leave can be like you had a loved one die, or you had a child, or you had somebody who's in surgery that you need to like take care of them.
Yeah, it's a family care.
But it's all through like the state.
Yeah.
The only difference is your job is protected once you hit that like hourly mark.
Yeah. Okay.
Where like if I were to like go on, like sign on with somebody, be like, hey, I'm gonna go, and they could be like, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You didn't say that when we hired you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
All right. Well,
I've only taken a week of mine. I'm saving all of mine for later when she has to go back to work. Which I don't know. If I would have known I was going to be working this little, I probably would have just taken it all.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
because tax-free is, there's something to be said. There's something that you don't really like register, like how, like we always talk about like taxes fucking us. But man, when you get that check that's tax-free and you're like, oh, what? It's like, it's 80% of what you normally make, but tax-free. Ooh, that hits different when you see
nothing is fucking tax-free. You know what I mean?
It is though. It is.
Is it though?
When you get a paycheck for 1 week that's more than you make in 3 weeks, you're like, oh, what the fuck are we doing?
It's just pulling out of the federal tax.
I mean, I feel bad. I feel really bad that I'm not able to give money to the fucking high-speed light rail system, but but you know, daddy's got to eat.
Yeah, all those road workers out there fixing our roads by just like shoveling one thing of asphalt and then walking away.
Oh my God.
There's 20 guys standing around just watching one dude scoop shit into a hole.
Oh, don't even get me fucking started, dude. Because fucking me and Janica, we get gas, and she's like, oh my god, how much was gas? I was like, $6.29. She's like, oh my god. I was like, and you want to know what it fucking is? And I could see like her like go dead behind the eyes because she knows I'm about to go fucking nuts. And I'm like, it's because when you go on fucking Hazel Avenue and you see the fucking thing that's been under construction for fucking 15 fucking years because one guy gets a bid because he's was a fucking political fucking contributor to one guy who was on the board that got him the job so that he could stretch it out over a fucking 20-year period so he can retire off of one fucking thing. And guess what? That's our fucking taxes. That's at the fucking pump. And she's just, okay. Like, and that's just the tip of the fucking iceberg. Fuck, dude.
I just love the idea that like as time goes on, like the women in our lives just learn to not ask questions or to not speak their mind because it's like, oh man, I was just generally making an information point here. I made an observation and I said something, and now 45 minutes later, I'm still on this tangent with this fucking guy.
So my question is, did Leave It to Beaver, the mom, was she really on antidepressants? Was she really like, okay, honey? Or was that just like, is that just her just after years of learned behavior, just like, just leave it. Just leave it and fucking just stay in your own little world.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways, right? When a guy is like full on just like dumping some fucking autistic knowledge at you, whether how obscure it is, and the other party is just like, oh my god, that's really interesting. She doesn't give a fuck, but she's doing it for you. It's the same flip around when they go like, how do my nails look? And you're like, oh my god, they're gorgeous. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna do it because I know it makes you happy, right? It's got to be both. It's got to be both ways.
There we go. All right. I thought it was a little one-sided, but now that you bring that up, yeah, fuck it.
It's
listen to what I have to say.
You know the love is lost when either side just goes, I don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, okay. you won't even play the game. You know what I mean? If you're not willing to play the game, and like for me, it's like play the game is like, I know I'm lying. I don't lie. So it's like, I'll tell you, I don't give a fuck. I'll tell you. Yeah, they're fine, I guess. It doesn't matter to me. But then there's also, it's not a lie because I know I'm just making you happy. So like, I'm deceitful, but not deceitful in a harmful way. Does that make sense?
That's called a white lie?
Yeah, white lie. Sure. Okay. All right. So you just got to play the game. Just got to play the game.
Yeah.
So it's called compromise. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Compromise.
Yeah.
So.
It's like when your girl moans too much and you're like,
shut the fuck up.
I know it's not me.
Yeah.
I mean, keep going though. Yeah.
That's it.
I'll lie to myself while you lie to me. Like, yeah, that is me. Let's go.
Yeah. That's why when you hear that, then you say the off the wall shit, the really far off the wall shit, and see if she keeps up with it. You know what I mean? Oh, I thought you were into that. Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Do you know that Gabe Newell is 62 years old?
Ooh, God, that guy ages like spoiled milk.
Yeah, he's got the
good for us though, possibly. Possibly.
He's got the George R. R. Martin. I was gonna say
he's young. Going. He's still got like another like 10 years. But then when you like look at him, like I don't think he has another 10 years.
He's not big anymore. I mean, he lost a ton of weight. He got healthy-ish, but I don't know if it was.
Ish. I just watched him in an interview. He's a real ish.
It's not like the Kevin Smith effect.
Comparison.
Yes, in comparison.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kevin Smith almost looks like Ozempic skinny. He looks like fucking Kelly Osbourne. You know? I'm like, what the hell, dude?
Doesn't it kind of make you sad?
Kelly Osbourne?
That too. Kevin Smith.
I mean, Kevin Smith, yes.
There's just something about it. You look at him, he just looks like an old tortoise. You know, that neck, stuff like that. And I know like he's probably added years to his life, but there's something about it that just, I don't know.
I mean, I guess there's that idea, like you don't need to be
God, I love Kevin Smith.
Fat and fucking, whatever. Fine. Good point for you. Move on with your life. Get healthy, get better. But it is crazy how all the big celebrities lost everything. Like fucking Jonah Hill, fucking Kevin Smith. I even saw like a picture of Jelly Roll. Like, have you seen what he looked
Well,
like?
how
And
many
what?
Chris Farleys do you need until they're like, we should?
Well,
We have how much money? We can afford private chefs. We
well,
should.
yeah, that's a good point. Then there's also the thing of like, I don't want to be typecast as the fat guy in every fucking movie.
Yeah, I don't know if Jonah Hill's ever beaten that one.
No,
I think he can go ahead and get skinny, but when a role comes, they're gonna be like,
put on 50 pounds.
I'm gonna need you to eat, little piggy. he's just at the reading table, scarfing it down. I've never the skinniest I've ever seen him was that Maniac series on Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, other than that, I mean, I've seen pictures of him when he's like fucking when he looks like an old lesbian woman.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's skinny, but I really feel like when they go to act, they're like, come on, just at least chubby,
Yeah.
portly.
Well,
can
I mean,
you have some adjectives.
I mean, there's a difference between. I mean, Jonah Hill has been all over the place too, because like you see him like, okay, he was thick in Wolf of Wall Street, but like go back to like Accepted, and he was like,
yeah,
or
big.
Like what was the movie with him as
War
the
Dogs?
War Dogs, dude? He was circular, you know what I mean? So
Yep.
I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying. Sorry, that's you, man. You can't Jim Carrey number 23 this shit.
yeah, true. That movie's still not that bad. It's not Jim Carrey.
Next subject.
It's fine, dude. It's a good movie. It was like that time period where Jim Carrey like stopped being funny Jim Carrey, like Eternal Mind was
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
yeah, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yeah, I was having a stroke there. Coffee has not kicked in all the way.
Mine is working.
But that was a movie that like came out and I was like, this is a good movie being different from normal Jim Carrey stuff. You know what I mean? I fucking I love that movie. And then I saw 23 and I was like, okay, it's not a great movie, but I understand what he's trying to do and I was okay with it.
Oh yeah, no, I get what he's trying to do. Don't know if I was okay with it. It was just it's like if Mick Lovin had like a fucking show and like all of a sudden like he's like the fucking like he's Jax Teller from fucking Sons of Anarchy. He rides up on a fucking Harley and stuff like that. I don't care how good your acting is. You're never fucking beating it for me. And I can't fucking number 23 at any point. I'm waiting for like fucking dark Jim Carrey to just jump around, put his ass in the camera and start talking to us with his ass cheeks. You're not beating it. You're not. I'm sorry. I love you, Jim. You're not.
Yeah, but that's also like, that's the typecast issue, right?
Yes. 100%.
But sometimes
and I don't think you have the right to be upset about being typecast when it's made you $500 million.
That is the next point, right? You're absolutely right. Typecast, but your entire wealth and everything that you'll never, your children's children will never really have to worry about fucking anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? To the point where like, yeah, you can't really be upset if you get a bad review. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking of fucking bad reviews, man. Okay. I had we're gonna tail that one into Mouse PI. Mouse PI. Okay, did you read that article I sent the other day from IGN?
No, I don't read anything from IGN.
Me neither.
That's not fucking state-sponsored media. You think I give a fuck about them?
Here's the thing.
I don't trust them for a fucking shit.
Well, hold on. The problem is that when it comes to like Metacritic scoring, then what will become eventually Game of the Year stuff, you know what I mean? These news outlets for video gaming are like the big people that they score heavily for Metacritic.
I hate that.
I do too. It's awful
hate that
because
a lot.
So again, remember Concord got a 7, Crimson Desert got a 6.
Does that not tell you everything you need?
It does, 100%. But we're still scoring those numbers towards Metacritic, and that's what Metacritic is like basing that scoring off, is the major outlets. So Mouse PI comes out, and this guy writes this review for fucking Mouse PI, or it was a video review for their IGN YouTube page or whatever, and it was written So I started reading it and I was like, what is this guy fucking talking about? I'm like a little bit confused. Then I watched the video. This guy, first off, if no one knows what Mouse PI is, it is a like rubber band slapstick cartoon style noir FPS boomer shooter. Okay.
I've never been more excited for this game.
It's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing.
Have you played it?
No, I have not played it. It's on my wish list. It's sitting in my cart, honestly.
It's not out yet, right?
It is. It just came out like 2 weeks ago. It's out. It's ready to run.
Physical copies. I already ordered the physical copy for like the Switch 2, just because I think it's cool that they have it all in one thing.
Yeah. So this game is because the Steamboat Willie IP is free, right? So I remember following this game way back when the Steamboat Willie IP went live. This guy came out and he was like, I'm going to make this fucking game. It's going to be like a boomer shooter set in like Steamboat Willie era. And it was like, that's cool. But he didn't do just Steamboat Willie in that sense. He took it because it was like a boomer shooter that he was making and it was in black and white. He turned it into like this noir style like video game where like the detective, is out like he's in Mouseburg and he's gonna like do all this stuff. And the whole game is like cheese pun heavy because they're all fucking mice, right? That's the whole shtick of this whole thing. Anyway, so I've been following this game for a long time. It's gone through a couple different iterations. It finally ended up where it's at now. It looks phenomenal, right? I watched a few people play it.
It looks really smooth.
Yes, it's got that
good.
It's got that Cuphead feel to it too, where it's like everything is in like that old school art style, which is just fun. The guns are really,
love it.
Yeah, it's amazing. This dude writes this fucking review. First off, let me just start with.
I don't like that you've been building me up and making me happy, and then you switch to that.
He gives it a 6. Gives the game a 6. In his
Crimson Desert got a 6. I carry that. If anything, can I get an IGN 1? It's got to be the best game.
IGN, what's a bad game? What do you rate a bad game? You know what I mean? Like
9.8.
Yeah. The scale goes the opposite way. 1 isn't the highest number.
What did they give Skull and Bones? What did IGN give Skull and Bones?
This dude writes this review, and I'll only touch on some of the main points because you gotta watch it from start to finish. First off, the dude was pissed because in a detective noir style game, there wasn't a whole lot of.
IGN gave Skull and Bones a 7. Let that speak what it may. Sorry.
In a noir style game, there wasn't a whole lot of noir to it. Like you weren't being the detective. You didn't figure out any of the clues. Like you kind of went through the missions and then the character just kind of figured out the clues together. Okay, cool. It's a boomer shooter. So yeah, not a noir game. It's a boomer shooter. The aesthetic is noir, but it's a boomer shooter. He goes on to complain there's too many cheese puns in the game.
It's a game about mice.
Okay, whatever. He goes on to complain the main character kills too many people. It's a boomer shooter. It just keeps going from there. Like he talks about some good points that he enjoyed about the game, the aesthetic, things of that nature, and like how it like kind of like the game felt really good. Apparently it's a fucking big game too. It's like 12 hours, something like that. Like pretty decent for like a boomer shooter. You know what I mean? The whole time the dude is just
noir.
Noir game. Sorry. Complaining about the fact that, one of the things he was saying, he was like, I was really disappointed that when I went down in the sewer, I fought a boss that was an alligator. Like, bud, it's a cartoon. Like, it's a cartoon. Like, and it was just, everything just seemed so. You know who the main voice actor was for the main character? It was Troy Baker. Right? Like, this game went from just being an idea because the Steamboat Willie IP went out, and then blew up into this massive thing. And it's a great fucking game. IGN reviewed this. And this guy, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. And I went back and read some of his other reviews. And they're all you know, like, oh, I really enjoy the Pokemon games, but then like they put, I've been trying to get my mind wrapped around how IGN decides to do reviews, because it has to be, if you're going to review something, it has to be non-biased, right? Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
How did we get here?
What do you mean?
How did IGN how did IGN, which is got like think about like names in gaming,
Internet gaming news.
Like they've got to be possibly the biggest, if not the biggest.
Yeah.
Like for as long as I've known it, like there's and especially like out of publications. Okay, how did we get here? How did not just how did IGN get there? How did we allow it? How are these fucking people doing this? How if this fucking dork guy who's like, oh, I like Pokemon games, then stay in your fucking lane, maybe? Well, who gave you permission to fucking branch out? Who's your fucking editor? Who are these just fucking like, do they just get random submissions? Is it just like they don't have any employees and they just take shit and they're like, we'll run with this? Does nobody fucking proofread? You should fucking drag this guy to a hill in Jerusalem and fucking crucify him for fucking giving a review like this. First off. Second off, there's 2 other crosses next to it, right? You should fucking put the chief editor and whoever puts that shit to print next to them.
Yeah.
Let the fucking Roman soldiers lance their sides. What are we doing?
My thing, I have
What are we doing?
I have to imagine there's either 2 points. It's got to be freelance work, right? Because there's so many games.
It has to be.
There's so many games that come out. They need reviews for so many
Can
things.
you imagine if that motherfucker was on salary?
Oh
what are you doing? What are we doing?
Oh my God.
No wonder the company's this.
There's also.
But is it? If Skull and Bones gets a fucking 7 while Crimson Desert gets a 6, is it? Are they contracted? Or are they all just fucking idiots? Are they all just the same? Oh my God, I know what it is. It's a bunch of fucking cliffs just fucking in a room, and there's not one fucking voice of reason. They're all just like, I agree. They're all just fucking blah, 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 blah. Whose money are they playing with?
Well, see, okay, so let's go to the Skull and Bones thing. That's Ubisoft. So maybe all the big
money talks. I think anything that has a publisher like that, they're always going to get better.
Because I guarantee you there's some money that comes through. So like, they sponsor us, they give us certain things, or they give us free copies of shit. So we got to at least make sure it's at a minimum.
There goes the question, whose money are they playing with?
Right.
They're playing with this money? Don't make them mad.
Okay, now on the other side of that, I have to imagine it's a lot of freelance work. So they've got so much stuff, they got to just send it out. But my whole thing is like, where's the checks and balances? I understand that there's bias in all video games. We know for a fact you can play one video game and not like it, but you can play another video game and love it. And on the opposite side of you with that other person, it can be completely reversed, right? Yeah. So if I'm giving a game to someone who loves that game or is like, oh my God, this is the greatest game ever and gives it a fucking 9, right? Then you have to look at it and be like, okay, is that a little bit biased? Like, I don't enjoy fucking Barbie Playhouse, but this guy obviously gave it a 9. But then on the flip side of it, someone who doesn't ever play those games plays it and is like, it was okay, and gives it a 6. I feel like there has to be a checks and balances there, right?
Absolutely.
Where's just take the average, and that's the score, you know?
Yes.
2 people. If I worked for IGN and they were like, hey, there's this new boomer shooter, do you want to review it?
Assign 2 people opposite. Yep. You should have a fucking chart of your employees on like where they fucking rank, and it's like, okay, Trevor and fucking Nancy, you play the same fucking games, you give me your fucking reports, I want you to grade it on this, and
exactly
this. And then just combine, divide, use basic fucking math and give us a score that would like just hit the general. If you can give me a fucking whole publication of a magazine with half the shit I don't fucking care about, if you can do that, if you can average out your content like that, why can't you do it with scores?
And not only that, it's even easier for internet-based fucking reviews where you can put 2 fucking articles at the same thing.
And imagine the rum is kicking. Imagine that you're reading the review, right? And over here it says Trevor and Nancy. So you know, like, oh, I usually side with Trevor, and you have Trevor's scores, you have this. That's just a good idea.
Yeah.
Why are we doing a publication?
How dope would it be?
We should start a fucking company.
We should just start reviewing games and putting it online. Here's the next thing. The coolest part is that if you get, okay, raise your hand. Have you ever played Boomer Shooters? I love Boomer Shooters. All right, that's yours. All right, who's never played a Boomer Shooter? I've never played a Boomer Shooter. Good. 2 reviews. Yes. And then if you both hand it in and you both give it the same fucking score, for me as the consumer,
give it a 1.5 multiplier.
At that point, if both people come up with the same score and say the same fucking thing about the game, doesn't matter who you are, there's no bias. I know that game is whatever that game is. If one person who's dead set on playing that genre and one person has never even seen that genre before come up with the same fucking score, that's the most real game I've ever seen and a real fucking score I've ever seen. You know what I mean? That's cool. I will take that. Now, if all you're doing is just giving, I like noir games, so I played Mouse PI and I hated the fact that it was a boomer shooter, is a fucking concept that just whoever was the editor, like you're saying, reading this review going, yeah, no, never mind. We're going to give this to somebody else. Sorry, you don't get paid for your freelance work.
No.
That doesn't make any sense.
Go home. Go home to your husband, Brandon. He's been cheating on you with his fucking yoga instructor.
Yeah.
They have a dog together. They've been looking at cabins in Vermont. They are months away from leaving you and going there.
Yeah.
Possibly adopting a child. They're not sure. They haven't had that talk yet.
Yeah. It's just a wild concept. So I started going through and I looking at other reviews on IGN, and I'm catching a trend, obviously. But I'm also starting to realize there might be more than just the company or things. I think it's the generation that is doing this, because this is not high paying work. These are probably newer kids straight out of college or in college. We're talking about the influx of the Gen Z, you know what I mean? And so there's this like almost disconnect when you have a game like Mouse PI.
That's why you need to bring back fucking bullying. You need to bring back bullying. You need to bring back fucking brick and mortar locations like your fucking GameStop, where some fucking kid would come in and like, oh, I want to play. I like noir games, and then you'd be like, first off, you're fucking dork. Get the fuck out of my store. Second off, this is a boomer shooter, and then boom, problem solved. That just never happens. That's avoided.
It was always great in GameStop too, where like a group of people would come in and you would just roast like 2 people in the group. And then, you know, change their whole perspective, change the whole thing. You elevated them you held them accountable for their fucking words. And then you also like hit them with their knowledge. You're an idiot. I'm going to tell you why you're an idiot. And I'm going to point to the 3 other people in your fucking group that are idiots. And then I'm going to sell your other friend who doesn't even want the game, that game. So he can go and fucking play it, have fun, and then make fun of you as well. You know what I mean? Like there was this whole, we just took the bullying to the next level. As you become an adult, it's not really even bullying anymore. It's just, like I said, holding people accountable for their idiocracy. Like, you're a moron. I'm telling you you're a moron. This isn't a nail thing where
I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to hurt you.
Yeah,
I want you to be aware.
And that's, I think maybe that's even something that we miss too, is like people stop being direct. People like to beat around the bush because we don't want to hurt people's feelings, or we feel bad about being, it's like, fuck that noise. Just say it and move on. Here's the point I'm trying to make. Feel bad about it or don't. These are my opinions, my words. Take it to heart or don't, but fuck you. This is what I have to say.
You don't have to take it so hard.
It's exactly
just listen.
Just listen.
Any part of it resonates with you, maybe just thunk on it.
That's it. That's all you have to do. And as
anybody specifically either.
No. And as time goes on, I've started reading more and more of these reviews. I'm starting to realize it's this inclusivity, this fucking everybody has to feel good thing, everything. And it's almost like the people that are writing these reviews want these homunculus games where they can just copy and paste their prompts that they already had. And when they have to think outside the box or write something different, it throws them for a loop. And again, someone who's playing a boomer shooter who keeps going, well, I'm not doing any detective work, is missing the point of what the game is, right? It's not a detective game. It's a boomer shooter. So like, at what point does that person not go, oh fuck, I'm looking at this wrong. I'm writing this wrong. I wish there was more noir in it. That would have made the game better. But that's not what the game is, so I need to write about this. And it's just, oh man, it just starts getting icky. And the more I start going down the list and I start looking at all these different review places, there's only a handful of fucking people that I respect. There's a YouTube channel called Game Ranks, and there's a guy on there named Falcon, and he writes game reviews. Him and this guy, God, I can't remember the other dude's name, Jake. These two guys write most of the reviews for Game Ranks. I don't know if it's just the two of them. Game Ranks is fucking fantastic, but they're a little bit more methodical. They're a little bit more smart about things. They give a lot of positives, they give negatives, but they explain it in a way that's for the game. I love watching Game Ranks reviews. They are fucking probably the best ever. And then the other person that I really respect is out of Forbes magazine. It's Paul Tassi. This dude fucking
Weird that Forbes has a game.
Yes, that's a weird one for me too. But then you got to think about it. It's a multi-billion-dollar fucking industry. Why wouldn't it be in Forbes? Paul Tassi writes for Forbes magazine, and Paul Tassi is a gamer. He is a gamer. And so when he writes his reviews or his articles on games and stuff like that, they're really, really good. And he pulls from lots of different backgrounds in gaming to reference what he's talking about and stuff. And so it's this really, really well thought out review that you get done with it. And whether it's positive or negative on it, at the end of it, you can see his point and take that in before you decide to buy a game. The problem is those two things, Game Ranks and fucking Forbes, are not scored within Metacritic. So again, it comes down, and I think it's an age thing too, because these guys are probably our age, if not even a little bit older. So like they've existed with games forever. So they know the generational leaps that gaming has done, and they can see where games were then and where games are now, and they can reference certain points. If I play a boomer shooter today and it plays worse than Doom did in the 90s, we have a problem, right? Like I can reference that. But if I'm someone who has never touched that game, Doom, in the 90s, or even seen it, just know of it as because The Rock was in a movie, you know what I mean? Then how are you really writing good reviews on certain stuff? And that's where like credibility comes into play. I play a lot of video games. Well, where did you start? Well, I started on my iPad and I play a lot of Fortnite, and now I write for IGN. Whoa, okay, bud.
See,
my first console was the fucking Switch. What? You know what I mean? Like it's just
I mean, and that's just something to say about like the standards that we have growing up, seeing gaming come from fucking 8-bit to where we are now versus somebody who's always had it.
That's a good one. It is, and I think we've talked about this before. There's been no leap in gaming when it comes, like you can see, yeah, visuals have become really good in gaming play, but like there's been no real leaps in a long time. Things have just gotten tighter and a little cleaner looking. But you are right. If you grew up playing 8-bit side scrollers and now you're playing Crimson Desert, I can go back and look at fucking SNES games and be like, nostalgia hits hard. But then you look at Crimson Desert and my mind still gets blown by like, bro, look at where we've come. You know, if all you've ever played are games like Crimson Desert, then like nothing ever looks unique enough for you to be excited about.
Yeah. Once again, I'm just impressed at my age. And like what's coming in the world. Nothing's getting better.
No.
Wrong. Things are getting better. Let's dial it back. Let's take it back a little bit. Let's go back to the beginning. Huh?
The beginning?
of the pod.
Gaben?
Big Dog Gabe. I watched this interview about how Steam is about to just blow everyone out of the water in kind of a miraculous way.
Yeah.
Because Steam OS, which is built on like Linux and all of that, has been kind of like the bridge between like taking all of the, because before it's been like if you want access to this, you have to have like a Windows-based PC or something like that, and that comes with its own limitations. Money being one of the big ones. Then they came out with Steam Deck. And like Steam OS, specifically designed on Linux to kind of like help take away, show that there was other avenues other than just having a PC, but they were still kind of limited to that PC hardware. I guess Gabe and Valve this whole time have also been a part of this ARM project where they have been working on an emulator code that takes 64-bit processing and translates it to an ARM smaller chip so that it can work on things with like Snapdragon processors, things that are commonly accessible on phones. What they've gotten to with Proton 11 is actually where they were previously getting like, and it varies on games. Newer games are, it kind of varies. Newer games that have way crazier higher graphics, like a Cyberpunk or something like that, they're seeing about like a 30% increase with this new Proton way of translating things. But on older games, not too old, but like older games that it can still work well within the processors and stuff, they're having like a 300% increase on frames, on smoothness, everything. And what's crazy is they're taking that and they're mainly probably developing it because they're looking for the Snapdragon processors are like this big.
Yeah.
So that's obviously going to pair well with like the Steam frame and shit like that. So they can make VR stuff. So they can make smaller things, still be able to run these higher titles. So you're not going to be limited by a processor that's this fucking big, right?
Okay.
But then on top of that, what other avenues is that going to open up? If they have this software, this OS that's able to run things on a processor this big and a computer that's this fucking big, all of a sudden you're Raid Shadow Legends is fucking popping. All of a sudden you're getting like smaller devices.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee that you're going to start getting smaller form factor things that are able to run the whole Steam catalog. And with Proton 11, they've made it so everything in Steam is able to move forward with it. So every old game and up to current.
That goes into
kind of safe.
The new Steam machine that's being developed, right?
I think that's still going to be AMD processor.
Sure, but I mean, like, okay, for this gen to get it out, but like for next gen or the one after that, once they tighten everything up.
Yeah.
Here's what I was thinking. If Steam capitalizes on this, or Valve in general capitalizes on this, I was reading this article. This will tie all together. I was reading this article about Xbox. Xbox finally came out. Microsoft was like, okay, we may have overstepped ourselves a little bit, especially with like Game Pass. Like they're seeing a decrease in Game Pass overall. Like people
think,
well, and again, yeah, it's at a point now where it's too expensive. They've hiked it up like 2 or 3 different times in the past couple of years, and it's to the point where like people are like, okay, well, we're nice.
And now they have tiers.
Yeah, and so because of that,
what tier would you like to get fucked on?
People are just backing out of it. And they're like, yeah, the catalog is great, but like again, like we were talking about before, I don't want to have to pay for a service that doesn't have new game. Like I don't want to pay almost like half, if not more than the price of what a new video game is to play online on a console, and then still have to spend the full price on a new game just to have it. Like that's not going to equal the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The reason why I have Game Pass is one, because there's a bunch of just free games that pop up, but I have it on the PC and the console, but it's mostly on the console for the kids. It costs me fucking, what is it, $20 a month or $25 a month or whatever it is for the console. I don't have to spend a dime on games. I just have them go through the catalog and they get to pick games they want to play. Delete old games, install new games. And there's new stuff that pops up all the time. So there's stuff for them to have and I don't have to keep coming out of pocket $70 every fucking couple months for a new game for them, right? So there's stuff like that that makes sense for me. But like realistically, as any other gamer, there's not enough shit on console for you to really want to spend that money on anyway, right?
Yeah.
So now Xbox is kind of taking a like, oh, okay, we're going to go back. They even talked about like, maybe we're going to start doing more exclusives again. But even their exclusives aren't really in the same point because
Yeah. What do you
like Forza 6 is coming out in May, I think, and it's being launched on Xbox and PlayStation 5. Forza's always been an Xbox game up until Forza 5, the last one last year. But it didn't get launched on PlayStation until
is Forza that good?
Forza's a great racing game. Yeah,
I know it's great. Gran Turismo's great. There's a lot of great.
Yeah, but there's no Gran Turismo
exclusive.
Well, that's the thing. There is no Gran Turismo. Like there hasn't been a Gran Turismo in years and years.
What do you mean? The one I have is 2 years old.
On PlayStation 5?
Yeah. They're like 3 years old or something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Is it Gran Turismo 8 or Gran Turismo 9?
7.
Oh, I have no idea then. That's how I'll touch it. But even still, okay, let's.
But what I'm saying is like,
yeah, okay.
like you could be a Forza guy, you can be a Gran Turismo guy, you could be in these camps. Does it necessarily mean that you're going to be? Is that enough to make it like, well, I only play fucking Forza?
Yes,
I'm sure there's a handful of people,
or
if you have a dedicated rig setup or something like that.
Yes and no, but if there's one game on both consoles and you have a much higher gaming community to play with when it comes to like online racing and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like the people that do continue to play these games for long periods of time do online a lot. They race online. They do these things against other people. It's the same thing like playing NBA games. You know what I mean? Like NBA online. So you have to have either cross-platform play or one game that just works across the network. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's better than one or the other. I'm just saying that what is more popular, what sells more, what is more, what comes out more often. You know what I mean? What has more updates? What has more the community drive? Again, I didn't even know there was a new Gran Turismo game that came out.
I mean,
again, it is what it is. If you're not into racing games,
not like,
cares, right?
Yeah, well, if you're not in racing games, but even then, isn't it kind of like fucking Madden? It's like, what are they really adding year after year?
Yeah, no, it's really. I mean, like, other than new maps. Right?
Oh my god, they put on the 2026 Toyota fucking
again cars like that.
Whatever.
Maybe I could see that being like a pump, and then new area, new tracks, new things of that nature. You know what I mean? The thing about Gran Turismo has always been very straightforward. You can race Laguna Seca. You can go and race like big tracks and stuff that have been around for years and years and years. And that's cool. So every new edition of Gran Turismo is just a hardware update at that point. It's a graphical and hardware update because it's like whatever cars it's going to be, I'm still going to drive around Aston Martin out in Germany. You know what I mean? Like, but for Forza's all designed as their own maps, their own racetracks and stuff like that. So like I can see that being a little bit more of an enticing play.
I want to live in fucking fairyland. I get it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I enjoy.
Well, we want to race on Rainbow Road.
But here's the thing. So okay, they want to do more exclusives. They're not going to do it. They have to think about their next gen console. Most of their next gen console stuff is going to be able to play Steam and shit like that. So what would Valve do of just making it so if everything's going to eventually be on Steam anyway, PC, right? Okay. PlayStation stuff is starting to move towards PC. Sony has its own thing, but that's because they're very, and they won't fucking give up any of that shit. Microsoft is seeing like the writing on the wall and they're being like, we'll just make sure everything is at least PC driven at some point. If Valve can make what would be essentially a console, either a phone, since there's so many people that play on the fucking iPad, and a console that is this big but runs PC level stuff, and everything goes to PC, how easy is that going to be for like developers and stuff like that? they don't have to make console versions of games. There's going to be no downscaling to 60 FPS because it can only run on certain things. You know what I mean? Like, you just start just condensing the industry and streamlining it to one thing. People may have a better time building video games, putting more video games out, not waiting for Microsoft or Sony to approve certain things. PC updates instantly. When it goes to console, it takes, like, console updates for video games take weeks because they have to be approved first. They have to go through to make sure they don't brick their systems, and everything goes through, like, that has to go through rigorous testing. Sony has to go through and, like, do it like 500 times on consoles to make sure that there's no bugs with the update, because if they brick the system, they're out money on that shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you can just streamline everybody into PC gaming, but then make the fucking tower that is, by the way, beautiful, loving, amazing, put it together, it's so much fun, all these different things, but it is a fucking hassle, and it is a block of a fucking thing that takes up room and space, and when, God forbid, it gets hot and it sounds like a jet fighter's going off, you know what I mean? If you can just take this fucking thing and make it this big, set it next to your computer, plug in your fucking monitors, take it to the front room, plug it into your TV.
Imagine
All the people.
a world where Steam in these smaller form factors are able to be plugged into TVs and kids are able to play on them. Imagine the pop for indie devs. The fucking,
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the consoles are the last bastion of these fucking giant corporations who are just
They are
soul sucking.
Yeah. And the thing is about it too, my biggest thing.
Imagine your kid coming to you, right? And they're like, "Oh, can I get Ubisoft's fucking newest release for $80?" Like, you can, or you can get 10 of these really cool games. Let me show you. And just imagine being able to steer them away from fucking quadruple A titles.
Hi, bud. I know you really want to get the next Call of Duty, but there's a Steam summer sale going on. And for the price of that Call of Duty game, we can get some of the best known titles for 99 cents right now. You know what I mean? Like, dude, and that's and the
sales. Sales.
Yeah, the sales. And just you kind of do lose. This turns into the have you ever seen that car? Who was it? Was it Chevrolet or Ford made a car that didn't have, it's got like a cover top thing, and it doesn't have access to oil or the radiator.
Mercedes.
Is it Mercedes? Was what it was? Okay, doesn't have that.
They made a car. Words, not mine. For women, because women don't want to be bothered with oil changes and stuff like that. So you don't have access to anything under the hood.
It was also.
You don't put gas in it.
So people stop putting stupid shit in their cars and ruining them. People would go, "Oh, the oil's low," and they
their
would
words,
put
not
fucking,
mine.
I
For
know,
women.
I know. I agree. Their words, but that's what this is starting to become, because there is a point. There is something almost like, your dad takes you out, hold the flashlight, bud, while he fixes the car and he teaches you about it. Or he goes out and he's like, "Hey, this is how you're going to drill into the wall here so we can hang the drywall." Or, we're going to build a shed in the backyard. When you're a gamer, a PC gamer, and you got kids, it's like, "Hey, bud, let's build a computer together. This is going to be your computer." You know what I mean? There's something almost, I don't know, family, it's just like, "Hey, I'm passing down this information generation to generation." When that is removed and it just goes straight to consoles, there's nothing there. You got to teach a kid how to press a button. You know what I mean? And like that kind of feels shitty. That kind of feels like, ugh.
Pay money plug, more Fortnite.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh God.
Yeah. And
not today.
And that's also the negative of losing something like fucking Fry's Electronics. You can't take you can't take someone in and and grab all the things and show them the cost and show them the thing and let them look at it in their face and be like, this is what we're going to put together. This one, now grab
I
this
think
one.
that's what makes me
It's
the
almost like-
most jealous of Will. Like, he's got micro centers. Ugh.
And then maybe
that was ours.
Yeah, maybe
We don't
that's
have
what we
that
do.
anymore.
Like, you just take your kid and you fly to Texas and they go to Micro Center. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, that is kind of the thing. It's like, it's adult Legos, you know, only very, very expensive, and one fucking slip up costs you $3,000. Yeah. But again, I think there has to be something. I don't think PC gaming is going to go away, and like towers and stuff like that, because it's just too, those.
It's just going to become that's high end, and where most people were relegated to consoles, there will be a more affordable option.
Well, and you said it, it'll be high end. So when the next computer you want to build, it is going to cost you the price of a new car, because the Steam Deck or whatever the fuck the next gen console is going to be, that's just a pseudo PC, will still be $800, $1,000, $1,200. You know what I mean?
That's just simple inflation. That's not even.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but it is a stupid concept to just think about.
If we're comparing, like God, I can't believe the next console is going to be fucking $800, $900. It's like, okay, I can't believe eggs were fucking $3 a dozen.
Yeah.
Fucking 5 years ago. You know,
The difference is like,
everything's hitting it. We're just focusing more on this because
I know
it's big number.
I know, but like, I can buy a couch for fucking $2,000, and that couch can last me 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. The next gen console that's going to cost me $1,200 better last me a bit. I don't want to hear in 4 or 5 years them saying, them saying, oh, we're coming out with the next one. No, fuck that. And that's the problem. Tech is going to increase. So guaranteed that next gen console has to be right around the corner. Right now, we're already sitting on fucking new processors coming out. Fucking RAMs, still spiking, but the better RAM is coming out. Like, you can upgrade this PC at any point in time, and maybe that's where the money comes in. It's the accessibility for upgrades. Where like a console, you just got to sit on that shit. But $1,200.
Well,
like,
that is kind of one of the things about the Steam machine.
Mm-hmm.
They've made it modular so that you can, eventually swap in more things, pull a GPU, add. I'm sure it'll have like its own
expansion based stuff,
proprietary, but like it'll have like a small form factor GPU, things like that. Like, I think it's,
and if it is a PC, someone's gonna come up with a rig system to be able to mod it so they can fucking add an extension or expansion bay. You can stick 4 more GPUs in there if you really want.
I mean,
to,
you can. I just bought a Dell Optiplex 5040 for $35 on eBay.
Oh, nice.
It's this big. It's like, it's one of those like fucking like little shitty
yeah, I gotcha.
But you rip the fucking processor out of it. I bought it's like an i7 6400 processor for $30.
Yeah.
Right? And then you buy an old small form factor what do you call it, GPU, one that doesn't require, it can pull it just straight from the board.
Yeah. Like the 10 series or whatever, an AMD.
Yeah, you buy them used for like fucking $50.
Yeah.
Plug that in. Add some more RAM. You have like just basically, like, it's not going to run like big titles, but I can put an emulator on it that takes me all the way from X to Z. And because Steam OS is open source, I can have dual boot with a Linux on there.
Yep.
And be able to switch over to Steam OS, and now I can play all these like little shitty titles just right there on my
if I didn't
TV.
If I didn't use this computer for other things, man, I want to fucking put Linux on here so bad. So bad. I'm so done with Microsoft and Windows.
Spend $200 on a little bitch boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, simple.
Honestly, no joke. I'd rather spend the money on just a regular work laptop that I can do all the other stuff on, and then just turn this thing into just straight gaming in general. You know what I mean? And run Linux off of it. Oh, that would be the dream.
Fuck you, Microsoft.
I don't know, man. I just don't know. Gaming is entered the crazy ups and downs of the world where it's fun to watch it from the sidelines, but because I play it, I feel dirty. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm getting the brunt for, like I'm holding the wall back as like fucking rocks and shit are getting thrown our way. But like someone who doesn't like the fucking, or you're out there fighting the fucking Manicore and the gladiator arena, while like the people who don't game sitting up on the like sideline just being like, oh, that
Throwing
looks
cabbage at
you. That looks terrible down there.
Yeah.
Christ. So I also heard that May, I think they're opening up pre-orders for GTA. But that's exactly what we said. That is 6 months to its release date. So if they don't release by November, they don't have to pay any money out of that. They can just go out, because remember, the return for 6 months on pre-orders, whatever it comes out to. So we'll see next month. From what I read this article, someone from Rockstar was like, we have no plans to delay this game again. It is coming out in November. But it's Rockstar. You know what I mean? It's like, think about what has happened since GTA 5 has come out. It has been 15 years since GTA 5.
My whole previous relationship.
Yeah.
We've had me going from Cameron Park to Folsom to Orangevale to Reading to
we've had 2 generations of consoles.
Yeah.
We've had 4 presidential terms. Is that right? No. We've had 2 presidential. Yeah. We had all of COVID. What else? The entire season, start to finish, season 1 to season 5 of Stranger Things. What, 22?
All of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, 22 Marvel movies.
Yeah, more than that probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a lot of time to think about what they want to do with this game.
I played GTA 5 on the PlayStation 3. That's how old that fucking game is. That's how old that fucking game is.
Man. I haven't played when it came out. I was like, man, this is so good. It's sick. I bet you it doesn't hold up. I bet you log in now, you're like, oh man, I thought it was like real.
I played GTA 5. I want to say maybe a few years ago during COVID, maybe right after COVID time period. I think we got a wild hair up our ass to try GTA Online again. And I
wanted real bad to get on one of those RP servers.
Yeah, we were trying to play around on GTA Online. It was fun for what it was. And but I had gone in and I restarted the campaign over because I hadn't played it in so long. It held up, but it didn't hold up. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. I don't know if I could go back and, because it's a big fucking game to begin with. I just don't know if I could play it the way that I had played it. You know what I mean? And like, I wasn't running around exploring the city or doing GTA stuff as much as I was just playing missions. And I think that's why I was losing interest in it. But like, thinking back, I could go back and play GTA 4 again and probably have a fucking blast. I haven't played that game in years, and that game was so fucking good.
San Andreas?
No, 4 was Nico Bellic. Nico, my cousin!
What?
Yeah, GTA San Andreas was just San Andreas. It was GTA 3 is the one that like started the real fucking turn into the...
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. It went 3, Vice City,
Yeah.
San Andreas, 4, 5.
Damn. You know when you like kind of like forget about something, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden like just a huge chunk of your life comes back.
Yeah, dude.
God damn, boy.
I would play GTA 4 again for sure. But maybe it's also because I haven't played it so long. I went back to play
Yeah.
San Andreas, and
Fuck.
San Andreas was dope. It was so much fun. It does not it did not hold up. You know what I mean? It's good for what it was. It was so fucking cool. It had one of the best
It was a moment
story.
in time.
Yeah, it was a moment in time. GTA 3, also realized, because I hadn't played GTA 3 in forever, and I watched like a gameplay of GTA 3. Man, that game was really fucking tiny. Like really, really tiny. I didn't realize how tiny it was, but like we're also talking about limitations of hardware. It was PlayStation 2 time period.
Yeah.
But like when I played the game, I thought it was GTA 3 was like one of my favorite games, man.
Perspective.
It is perspective. And I went back and watched it and I was like, God damn, this is dinky, dude. Dinky. And then playing GTA 4, I was like, this game is fucking so big. Oh my God, it's crazy. And then GTA 5 came out and I was like, I don't know how I'll ever beat this game. You know?
And now
GTA 6 is supposed to be like
we're gonna be entered
5 times
1
the
terabyte
size.
of
5 times the size. Get the fuck out of here, people. Rockstar is just gonna do Rockstar things. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it ends at the end of the year. If it comes out, dude. Man, I also just don't want it to come out because I really want some fucking solid contenders for Game of the Year. You've got Pragmata.
Oh, it's gonna.
Pragmata is like
Ew, dude, ew.
What?
I fucking
Why?
that the fucking. Ugh. There's everything around that. I'm sure it's a great game. I'm sure it is. It's getting so fucking weird. There's some guy on Twitter was like tagging them. He's like, I think it's weird that like you censored like underneath her legs and stuff like that. Fucking, like, there's a fucking reason. And then there's mods to put the little girl in like a fucking micro bikini and shit. That
is fucking weird. That is weird. We were talking
about the other day in the group chat. I'm sure there's been other things where this has been a problem. This is the first time it's fucking reached me. I want nothing to do with that fucking game. That is so fucking gross and weird.
Yeah, but like, is it gross and weird? Like this shit, pedophilia and weird shit like that has existed forever. Is it only weird now because you have your child next to you? You know what I mean? Is your mind in that headset? Totally fine, acceptable. Nothing wrong with that. Like
could be, but
objectively, don't blame the game. Blame the fucking weirdos, right? The game is not the problem.
No, yeah, no, the game is not the problem. You're absolutely right. God, but the game gave them an avenue. It's like I don't even want the fucking avenue.
I mean, I fucking go through Left 4 Dead mods. Go through Left 4 Dead mods and just be like, oh yeah, that's weird too. You know, go through fucking Marvel Rivals mods. Yeah, that's weird too. You know what I mean? People are fucking weird. Those are the people that guy made that post. Fucking FBI should be there right now. You know what I mean? I would have taken you or fucking
it turns out it's Blizzard.
Yeah, exactly. It's a guy from Blizzard.
Just trying to tank fucking scores.
Well, I mean, like realistic. It is weird, but like I said, I mean, my whole thing is like that guy right there should just be on a list, right?
Yeah,
right off the. If you
kill him.
If you don't have the mental capacity to think for just a hot moment, maybe I shouldn't say this part out loud, let alone put it on the fucking internet so it's there in infamy. You should castrate. Do not let that person reproduce. Watch him like a hawk. He's on a watch list. If he even goes fucking remotely close to a school, put his ass in jail. This becomes Minority Report.
Jail, put him in a fucking wood chipper.
Sure, fine.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Minority Report.
That's the one thing. Like you thought that, you said that. Gone. Don't care.
Gone.
Don't
get
care.
him out of here. I'm not even going to give you a chance.
Non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Nope.
And then
don't care
because it's so.
I spoke out of turn. Don't care.
Yeah. No. And the worst part about that is like that's probably not a 16-year-old person who made that post. That's probably like a 35-year-old dude who still lives at home with his mom, right? That's the weird part about it. But again, you cannot blame the fucking sick weirdos for The game being the game. The game is a classic fucking dad and daughter game. Only the only difference is the daughter's a fucking clone robot thing, and you're just trying to exist through the whole thing. It's the same thing with fucking Left 4 Dead. It's the same feel of Joel and Ellie, right? Like it's just Capcom version, you know? But again, that's what I'm saying. I want contenders for a game of the year this year. You've got Crimson Desert. You've got Pragmata. You've got Resident Evil fucking Requiem. Okay? You got Windrose if it goes 1.0 before the end of the year. I'm serious. There's some big fucking hitters this year. I'm not saying there's big hitters, but I mean, like, in the grand scheme of things, if you took Grand Theft Auto out of it, then whatever you're left with, there's enough that could be relatively...
There's a competition.
There's a competition, and it feels good. You put
Grand Theft Auto releases this year, it's sweeping every category.
Every category. RPG.
$1 billion in development. It's just going to win everything.
It won best
visual design, game map, fucking voice actors, fucking just like every single category is just going to be that.
Yeah, it won fucking video game or sports video game of the year because you can play basketball in it. You know what I mean? Like that's the fucking issue that I'm gonna have. And when it's sweet,
and pool and darts and like and be able to play everything.
And again, it was cool. It was cool for Claire Obscure last year because Claire Obscure broke the mold. There's no more,
and it just came from anywhere.
It came from nowhere.
Like, where the fuck did this come from?
It was this own developer. Fucking no.
This is an asteroid hitting Earth. We've been watching it for fucking
15 years.
Yeah, you know, it's like, and it's just getting closer.
Yeah.
It's just gonna hit, and it's just like,
and that sucks. That sucks, and it just sucks because it also makes. I have to imagine it makes everybody else be like, just hold on till next year. Just hold on till next year.
Oh, guarantee.
You know,
I'm almost looking forward to it dropping because imagine how many people have been like, just like, you know, like, oh, it's going to drop. It's going to drop. They've been waiting for that like 3-year window. They're like, let's just like, we can just work on bugs, right? We can work on bugs. We can coast. We can coast. We can fucking fine tune everything because nobody wants to be around that. I have to imagine even as a developer, you're like, give it a year.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
let this cool the fuck down.
Yeah. If you're launching a game in between November and say April of next year, May of next year, you're fucked because everybody's still going to be playing GTA. You know what I mean? You're the best thing you can do for anybody. Like publishers are probably like, dude, we need to get this fucking game out. Be like, no, we don't. We're going to lose money on this. Sit on it. It's done. Shelve it. We'll launch it later. Let's work on a new game. Here's another idea. Let's do this. You know what I mean? So like you can how dope would that be? Be like, hey, it's coming out next year. We have a release date for it. Also, by the way, it's done. It's ready to rock. And be honest, we're waiting to drop this because we're not fucking competing against GTA. Hey, this is our next game that we're also working on too. Take a look at the trailer. Like you just
would
start
respect it 1,000 times more.
100 times. And that's the thing. Then you can start to build that like anticipation for these things and give people something to work on. But like I said, when GTA comes out, man, it sweeps it. And if it sweeps it, I can't wait for IGN to give it a 6 because there's too many killing and hookers in the game.
Oh. No, because you think Rockstar's not going to spend some money.
I hope it's
going to get a 9 and it's not going to talk about fucking the ability to take a fucking SWAT Bearcat and drive it through a fucking pride parade. They're gonna skip over every little thing that somebody could complain about. That's not gonna be anywhere in there.
I think that's where most of the reviews are gonna be because everybody who's writing these fucking reviews now, you know what I mean? Oh,
because that's the clickbait. That's the fucking.
I know.
That's actually how you're gonna find out how good the game is. You're like, I can do what?
Yeah, exactly right.
I can. Oh my god, watch this.
Fuck, man. Oh.
Welcome to gaming, kids.
I'm gonna go back and play fucking Crimson Desert.
2.
I am stupidly addicted to this game. I gotta make some fucking progress in the story though, because like now I'm getting to the point where like I don't feel the need to turn it on every moment of every day. I'm like, oh, I'll pop on.
Oh, so I do.
I just
I haven't made a lot of progress.
I just finished a storyline. I had to go fucking fight a bunch of pirates and stuff. First time. Did you know there's a rowboat in the game?
Pirates. No.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever reached like a sea or a big lake or anything.
Yeah, there was a whole mission that had to do with pirates, and I had to like row
I just
out.
got to the desert. I was like, I'm gonna fuck off that way. It's hot. I don't have any gear for hot.
Yeah.
Everything's hostile to me.
Oh yeah.
Everything wants to kill me.
Oh yeah.
I just want to find like a fucking like I just want like another city like the one way over there where I can just like explore, you know. But apparently everybody fucking hates me everywhere.
Have you gone south?
Skullstone?
Yeah, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah,
where, like you
down there.
Jump around.
I don't like it. They made me feel small. I thought it was like a glitch in the game. Like I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like my character's like hella small. Like, whoa, I was walking around. I was like, oh, they're all giants.
Did you see all the automatons and stuff walking around and shit? Have you been?
No.
So if you don't go from like Payloon, don't go straight south. Go like southeast.
Hernan or Payloon?
Hernan. Well, Hernan, Payloon, and then Decimus or whatever, right? So it's east of like Decimus or whatever the fuck that place is called. So like to get over there, east, you have to like hop across a bunch of like islands. There's like water and stuff. Like it's south of the desert. Not but like east on the map in itself. There's a whole area out there. It's so crazy where like you get up to the desert and you kind of see like, all right, it's kind of steampunky or whatever. You get down to this site and that's where like all the like engineered stuff is at. All the crazy like automatons and like electricity and fucking like actual things. Man, that's a pretty cool area to go fucking farm around in.
I'm gonna have to make my trick.
Yeah.
I'm literally just wandering around.
Oh.
I got the witch. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do except for like the story, but I don't really. It's not that the story doesn't interest me. I just want to explore.
No,
I'm literally just running around.
Finding
a lot of things are kicking my shit in, but
yeah, a lot of that comes down to again. I'm like at least 10 in stamina, 10 in health. Did you know that the upgrade? I don't know if you've upgraded any of your weapons or anything like that, or any of your gear.
Nope.
Okay, so that would be something I would recommend doing. Because like when you look at an item, it shows like 2 marks or 3 marks. That goes up a bit. Goes pretty fucking high, and like that's kind of an increase in where you want to be like defense wise and stuff. It kind of gives you like a good point. If enemies are dropping like 4, 5, 6 tally mark items, like that's probably where you need to be with your gear that you're wearing.
That's assuming I'm killing enemies that are dropping items.
That is a good point.
I run a lot.
But there's also the point of being the fucking coolest thing is when you start to upgrade all that stuff, you start to use the abyssal cores. Those abyssal cores are also part of how you level up. So as you run through the world, have you ever gotten to a point where like you're doing something and then like the game kind of freezes a little bit and you learn a new skill?
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Okay. So if you've placed an abyssal core into that skill and you learn how to like body slam someone or you learn multi-shot, you've already spent the money, you can refund all the points and then you get extra abyssal cores back to be able to sock it and put it wherever you want. And you have that free skill that doesn't cost you anything. So like,
okay.
So there,
because I've had that happen a couple times where I was like, why did I just fucking buy that?
Yeah, no, exactly. So if you already bought it, then you can go back, refund it. Then you have an extra point to spend somewhere else or upgrade a piece of gear. So there's a lot of that. There's areas around the map where you can actually like, you'll find training camps. Like right above Hernan's castle, like where you start, there's a bunch of people training and shit up there with swords. You can just go and observe them and learn a bunch of basics, like turning slash or like fucking stab and shit like that. So it's like really, really cool. Like if you're in areas, look for people training, go up and see if they're doing anything that you don't already know. And then you can just refund points. Okay. So there's a lot of cool shit like that. That like it doesn't make you feel like you're hamstrung into the stuff. I also learned how to get abyssal cores because it's such a fucking hard thing to come up with. On the side of your mini map, there's a little yellow bar that fills. And every time that bar fills, you just get 1 free abyssal core. Oh, cool. or not abyssal core, but whatever the abyssal cells, the thing that lets you level up, the abyssal cube thingy. And I'm like, oh, cool. So then you get abyssal cores. My bad. What I was saying, abyssal cores to socket into things. Some of them are increased skill point experience. So you just fucking socket those into your gear, go through farm. You just gain a fuck ton of experience, get the core, socket in wherever you want, level up your shit. It's the system outside of the story, like the actual mechanic system for like increasing your character's like ability to do shit and do damage and stuff. Fucking cool, dude. It's so cool. It's a very smart way to do it. They took all the cool things about Black Desert Online's upgrading system and removed all the grindy fucking bullshit of it and then streamlined it to be like, just do this. The hardest point is just making sure that you have fucking material and stuff for you. Bro. And this last update, oh, by the way, yesterday, fucking brand new update for this game. These guys.
They should have fucking waited.
They should have
just waited and just, why did they release the game if they would have known that they were going to have an update 2.5 weeks after launch? Doesn't make sense.
They've had 4 major updates since the game came out. Not to fix anything broken, but just to put in things that the community has asked for. Yeah, they should not have done that.
Piece of shit.
The housing got a fucking revamp because they realized how much people like the housing. So now there's like wardrobes and chests and stuff that you can put inside your housing that you can store all your material and stuff. And then when you go to a vendor, it just pulls directly from your housing. So you don't have to worry about pulling shit out of to have it in your inventory to go and craft. You can just do it all from there. Quality of life. That's all that is. Quality of life.
Pieces of shit.
Pieces of shit. So anyway, all right, let's get out of here so we can fucking enjoy ourselves.
All right, kids.
Yeah. Go play Crimson Desert. It is the best game of the year. By far. All right. Bye-bye.